I mean, who knew by this time last year that the world would be on lockdown? But for me, when I reflect on the past 1 year, and the whole thing about misinformation, disinformation, falsehood, fake news, call it whatever you like. I remember, in February last year, I was invited to speak at the conference, the Exploring Media Ecosystems conference at MIT. And even traveling on that trip, I was half hoping that the borders would not be locked before I came back. And interestingly, the title of my talk was "Forward This to 10 People: The Epidemic of Health Misinformation in Nigeria." Just goes to show how common health misinformation is. And to be honest, I think when we talk about it, we tend to forget that health information has been with us for as long as we can remember.
Yeah.
If you eat mango and one other thing, you will die.
Mango and Coke.
And Coke.
Coke, yeah. Mango and Gary or something.
There's something, Coke and Tom Tom, I think.
Yeah, I think.
If your child is having hiccups, put a rope on the head,
thread
on the head. All sorts of things have been going on. And I just feel that social media obviously kind of amplifies it and makes it go
Viral.
Go viral.
Yeah. I completely agree, and I think that it's so interesting because your talk at that point last year it was almost like a forerunner, like a forewarning into what was going to become one of the biggest epidemics. Or what's the word? Epidemic. Yeah. Of the century, because all sorts of misinformation, all sorts of, and targeted at influencing people who are vulnerable. I think that for me was the biggest outcome of the epidemic, because it influenced people who were vulnerable, who did not have the opportunity to get correct information. They fell vulnerable, they fell victim to this misinformation. So you see people running home. We're doing some research, and if you ask people how do you prevent COVID-19, top of the list is drink hot water, eat garlic, ginger, all of that. That just goes to show the impact of this epidemic. Yeah.
I think for me, I think we need to acknowledge that social media platforms are actually trying, at least in the past 1 year, they've done better than what they used to do, or they've done the most. For example, WhatsApp now, if you see some broadcasts, you see forwarded many times. So that is like a hint or something to tell you that this may be true or not. And then for Twitter, for example, when you post something about COVID-19 or when you post something, there's some what's it called?
Some kind of pop-up that says because it's COVID.
Yes, that you may want to clarify this, that you should read the full story before you retweet or something. And even for a Facebook as well, you would see that you can't even post anything COVID-19 like that. There are some that they flag down just to cut down on those fake news and misinformation. So I think those platforms have actually stepped up in their game in preventing the spread of misinformation.